Hey you all, I hope your day's going great. In this video we will set up everything we need to get started building our Django application. So we're first off going to create a new virtual environment, then install Django and create a project, and then handle all of the URLs which we need in order to create our templates in the next part. And I will be using the virtual env wrapper, which is a nice Python package. So pip install virtual env wrapper. And you don't need to use a virtual environment, but I'm just going to do it because it's a good practice. And I would recommend you guys to do it as well. And then simply type an mk virtual env and then give it a name. And I will go with budget project. So now that we have that, we can install Django inside of it. And next up, create the actual project using the Django admin command and then start project. And I'm going to give it the same name that my virtual environment has. So budget project. And then simply change the directory to your budget project. And now we want to create a new app inside of it using manage.py, start app, and simply give it the name of budget. Okay, and now we want to make sure that our server is running using the run server command. And then go to your localhost 8000. And as you can see, we are up and running. And the rocket animation with Django 2.0 is quite awesome, by the way. So we can now shut down our server with Ctrl+C and open our entire project inside of Atom, which is my text editor of preference. So type an atom and then a dot. And now that we are inside of here, we can go into the settings first of all and install our new app. So make sure to just add budget inside of the installed apps. So we want to set out by defining our URLs first, and because this is the urls.py file inside of our main directory, we want to first of all navigate into the budget applications URLs file, which we are going to create in a minute. Actually, first of all, just Ctrl+C and go to your budget and Ctrl+V, and we'll have that in already. So as soon as the user hits the index, we want to include the budget.urls. So that's then going to lead them to this file. And make sure that you also import the include. And as soon as we are here, we have one option, which is to just stay at this path. And this is then going to go to views.project list. And the name of this path is simply going to be list. Or the other option will be to enter in a slug called project slug, which we're going to use to identify which project they currently want to view. And it's going to lead to views.project detail with the name of detail. And next up, we want to import the views. So from the current directory, import the views. And now go into your views.py file and create those two views. And the first one was project list. It's going to take in a request only and return a render of the request. And then we have to specify the template name, which is going to sit at budget and project list.html. And then we can simply just copy this entire function, paste it right underneath, and change the name to detail. And in this definition, we specify that we want to pass a project slug to our view. So we have to include that as a parameter. This project slug. And it's going to lead to project detail. And then again, we are going to take care of fetching the correct project later on. Go now into your budget application and create a new folder, templates, which is where all of our templates are going to sit, and inside of that a new folder called budget. And by the way, I hope that you guys have watched my other series about Django, which is where I go into these topics a bit more. And now inside of the budget, create a file called project list.html. And in here it should be called project detail.html. And let's just print out an h1. This is going to say project detail view. And for this template we are going to say project list view. Okay, so that was the heavy lifting of us setting up everything. And now we want to make sure that it's all working, so manage.py run server. And it looks like it. So yeah, if we refresh the index view, we get project list view. And then if we type in any random slug, so random slug, we get to the project detail view, which is what we wanted. So now that we have the setup in place, we can start out the next part by actually implementing our templates. And a quick homework for you guys is to familiarize yourself with the materialized CSS framework and the Emmet plugin, which we are also going to use in this series extensively. Or if you know another framework like Bootstrap, you should actually be fine. But make sure you do know Emmet because it's just an awesome plugin which is going to speed up your workflow. Just real quick, if you don't have it already, go to your file and then to the settings. Then head over to install and make sure to search for Emmet. And you can just install it here and have fun with it. So I hope to see you guys inside of the next part. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed and comment down below. And yeah, cheers.